prophecy here about Gog and Magog is false. But let us see. You see here in the hadith, it doesn't say anything about Gog and Magog. What is Gog and Magog? You know, it doesn't say anything. Let us continue, because there is something really important. Let us see. Here we go. Actually, you know, like in front of us, it says about the judgment day, right? So it's a judgment day anyway. So that the dajjal will come, and look how many stories Muhammad he have. There's a person, there's a character. His name is dajjal. Who is dajjal? The dajjal is a false Christ. The dajjal is a false Christ. But isn't it Muhammad he claimed to be Christ, by calling himself the praised one? Isn't this what he do? When you claim to be the praised one, you claim to be God. You're trying to replace Christ. And then if we continue here, I mean, look at the stories here. Actually, here in the story here, this part, there is something funny. Let us share together. He said, he mentioned the Dajjal, and between two brackets, the Muslims, they say the Antichrist. That's false, by the way. Muslims didn't have such a character of Antichrist. Islam itself is Antichrist. Muhammad himself is Antichrist. But Muslims don't believe in something called Antichrist. However, as long as the Muslims, they agree that the one who will come in the end of the time, he will try to take the place of Jesus. I have a question for the Muhammadan. Why he is not trying to take the place of Muhammad? Anyone knows why? This is supporting Satan. Why Satan is Antichrist, he is not anti-Muhammad? Any Muhammadan can tell us? You see, we keep saying your size is your enemy and your enemy is your size. Satan, he will not be my enemy. I mean, he will not focus on me. I'm nobody for him. Satan is a person trying to replace God. He want to be God. Satan is a very powerful creature. He's not going to fight a pig, a chicken, and even a human. Satan, he want to replace God. He want to be God. He don't want to obey God. That's why he is Antichrist, not anti-Muhammad. And how you can be anti-Muhammad if Muhammad himself is satanic? So Muhammad and Satan, they serve the same agenda. Name for me one thing Muhammad, he teach, he preach, he practice, is not satanic. From beating the wife, to having sex with the children, to promise me to have sex with boys, and having pictures in heaven. I like the image, I enter it, and you know, women who they are white, so white, and we can see the marrow of their bones, 80,000 little boys. I will be wearing gold and silver, and I will be wearing bracelet, and my house will be brick of gold and brick of, all of it is about gold and silver and sex. And this is exactly what Satan does. What Satan does to a human being? Sex, power, money, all is connected. When you get one of them, you get the rest. So here you notice that even the Muhammadan, they are in trouble because Muhammad is as a thief. You know, he have to come with such stories, and those stories, they are really embarrassment to the Muhammadan. So the Antichrist will come forth if he, look at this, if he come forth while I am among you, hey Muslims, you know, have you ever heard of such a stupid option? If he come while I am between you, I will be the one who dispute with him in your behalf. What do you mean by saying if? Is it the same guy he mentioned that the dajjal will come in the day of judgment? Is it him who said that the Messiah, he have to come first to fight him? We just showed you that the Messiah will come and fight the Dajjal. And now he is saying, if he come now, well, I am the one who will dispute with him in your behalf. So what the Messiah will do? And then he said, and if he come forth when I am not among you, a man must dispute on his own behalf. What does that mean? What do you mean dispute with him? What does that mean? And Allah will take my place. Allah will take my place in looking after every Muslim, my place. Allah will take the place of Muhammad, and he will be the one looking after the Muslims. So right now when Muhammad is talking, he is Allah. He is the one. You know, when somebody in Arabic, you know, all of you heard the word caliphate. Caliphate means the one who take my place, Khalifa. So according to Muhammad, Allah will become a caliphate after him. He will inherit his possession. And then he continue. When this guy he come to you, look, Muhammad, you have a solution. Okay? Those of you who live up to this time, which means Muhammad is claiming that the Dajjal, he might come in his time, but if he come, he will come before them too still, you know, like, but he will be dead, but still people who they are in front of him, they will be dead. It's read it in front of you, it says, those of you, in the time he's talking, not later, who live up to this time, should recite over him the opening of verses of Surah Al-Kahf. What the heck is that? For they are your protection from his trial. Let us go to the chapter of Al-Kahf, and let us see the protection. Here we go. This is Al-Kahf, which means the cave. How that can be protection? Read Allah. Praise belong to Allah. He has sent down upon his servant the book and has not assigned to it any crookedness. So you want to tell that Dajjal that this Arabic book is a pure Arabic, which is not, because even the word Quran is not Arabic. Even the word Quran, there is no such a word in Arabic, Quran. This is very wrong Arabic in Quran. The only way to accept it, if you say it's Aramaic, from Qarra wa Ra'a. So praise belong to Allah. And now a Dajjal, who according to Muhammad, he can cut a human being by a sword, and he can put him together. Imagine how powerful he is. He will be afraid because of this verse. So why we need Isa? And what this drama is about, just recite for him the Quran. As long we have the solution that if we read the beginning of the chapter of the cave, we won the dispute. That's it. The guy is a loser. Who need Isa? What this drama is about? Just read the verse, my friend. I mean, it's easy. Is it easy? What a stupid idiot. And then he continued. For they are your protection from his trial. We ask, how long he will remain on earth? He replied, 40 days. And Muhammad is stuck with numbers. Muhammad, he have certain numbers, he's stuck with them. Number 3, number 7, number 40. And all of them, they are from the Bible. All of them, they are from the Bible. When a Muslim, they do ablution, ablution is not perfect unless you repeat it 3 times for every part of your body. When Muhammad he shake hands, he say Assalamu alaikum 3 times. When Muhammad he wash his face, he wash it 3 times. When he put water in his nose, he do it 3 times. When he wipe his hand 3 times. When he even when he piss, he have to shake his penis 3 times. If the guy is stuck with number 3, and then when the baby is made, according to Muhammad, the semen stuck in the mother womb for 40 days. This will remind me, you know, of Ali Baba and the 40 thief. But Muhammad, he liked to use numbers, what's coming from the Bible. Jesus, he fasted for 40 days. So Muhammad, he put it 40 days, here we go. And then 40 days, one like a year. Look how slow the time will be, my friend. 40 days, but one of them, every day of those, is like a year. And one, look, they are not even the same, no. One day is like a year, and one like a month, and one like a week, and the rest of his days are like yours. Like, what happened? Why the last is the same as yours? If you are a Muslim and you'd like to join us about Gog and Magog, please feel free, because you will end leaving Islam anyway if you call us. This is why you're Muslim, you don't call, you don't dare to call. And then we ask, Messenger of Allah, will one day prayer suffice us in this day, which will be like a year? Look at the questions, man. He replied, no, you must make estimate of its extent. And look what he said, and then Jesus, the son of Mary, will descend. Okay, hold on. So now the dajjal will stay in the earth for 40 days. One day is like a year, one day is like a month, one day is like a week. And then the rest of the days. That's mean 1 year and 1 month and 1 week, and we add the rest, which is there's 37 days left. And then Jesus, the son of Mary, will descend. Will descend where? My friend, it turned to be that Jesus is from Damascus. And he will descend in the white minaret. Look, it makes sense. It makes sense. Let me show you the picture of the white minaret. This is a minaret the Muslims they built after they occupied Damascus. This is the wall of Damascus. You know, this is a Christian city, and the Muslim occupy it. So they destroyed the wall and they built a very ugly minaret. And by the way, even the minaret is built by the Christians. Muslims do not know how to build. Even when they occupy Spain, they used to take builders from Christian countries like Syria, etc., to build their palaces. So look with us here. I will show you the picture where Jesus will be landed. It makes sense, brother. I mean, so this is the wall of Damascus. This is an old picture, and you can tell that this building here is additional. You know, the Muslim they added, and it was small in the beginning, and then they start fixing it and make it bigger and bigger and bigger. But this is where Jesus is going to land. Now here you ask yourself a very simple question. The white minaret in Damascus. But at that time Muhammad, he was not there. So what the Muslims they did, they went to Damascus and they could not find a white minaret. They built one. There is no white minaret in Damascus. Jesus, and you know, if you think about it, I mean, you are Jesus and you are coming from the sky. You need a place, high place. You know, you can't just jump in the floor. You need to go down slowly, like, you know, the minaret. So a person coming from 7 galaxies behind the scene, behind the stars, he will land in the minaret. I mean, what about a mountain? What about the sea, maybe, parachute, you know? The minaret. What is special about the minaret? Do we have any Muhammadan from the minaret? So Jesus will land down in the minaret in the east of Damascus, and then he then catch him up at the date of Lud. Okay, the Muslim translation is false here. It's a gate, not date, stupid idiot, the one who translate. The gate of Lud. So Jesus, he land in a place. He landed in a place. So we land in a place and then we go to Israel. But hold on, let us go back in the movie. Didn't he say that this dajjal will come to you? But those Muslims that live in Mecca, what do you have in Damascus and Israel? What are you talking about? And why Jesus he land? Do you think it's not safe for him to land in Israel because this guy is there? Do we have any Muhammadan here? The city of Al-Lid is about 16 kilometers away from Jaffa, if you know the city of Jaffa. So according to Muhammad, Jesus will land in the minaret, which does not exist in his time at least, and then the Muslim, they have to build it to make the prophet a prophet, and then he will go and he will kill him. Here we have different you know, we have something funny to say. You will notice here it says he will kill him. Hey Muslims, how somebody can kill someone like a dajjal? What is the tool to kill him? This guy, according to your prophet, he can cut a human being 2 pieces by the sword, and he order him to come together. How he can be killed? Any Muhammadan? We have somebody is texting me. Let's see. We will call him. Hello? This is Fakira. This is Fakira. Yeah, stupid. How we can kill, like, you know, the one of the funny things about Muhammad, as an example, that shaitan is made of fire, and then Allah will send shaitan to hellfire. You know, if somebody is himself is a fire, how you punish him by sending him to fire? You know, it's like saying to the fire, I'm going to burn you. fire. Don't you know I can burn you? I'm serious, I will burn you, okay? I'm telling you, I can burn you with a blue fire, red fire, what kind of fire you like? All right? Just to let you know, I mean, come on. The Muslims, they teach, the Muhammad taught the Muslims that the false Messiah, he can do what Allah cannot do. He can do what Allah cannot do. Can you believe it? Any Muslim want to have a dispute about it, that the dajjal can do what Allah cannot do? And this is just because he claimed to be the false Messiah. As an example, the Quran says that Allah only can resurrect people from death. Only Allah can resurrect people from death. Let us read together. All those verses speaking about Allah, He is the one who can raise people from death. As an example, chapter 6, which means chapter of the animals, Al-An'am, verse number 95, it is Allah, not God, the verse doesn't say God, who splits the grain and date stone bring forth the living from the dead. Only Allah can do that. And here again the translation is awkward. This guy is using the word God, but in fact it doesn't say God, it says Allah. There's a huge difference. Allah is a name and have two words. Al, which is God, or in Arabic means that, but in the ancient language, which is stolen from, Allah, He is God. Allah, which means God, La, is the one who causes the seed, the grain, to do this, and the stone, etc. And He split the sprout, and He bring forth the living from the dead, which means He resurrect people from dead. Or He resurrect anything dead, like anything can be dead or look dead, He can make it come to life. But Muhammad, because he's stupid and he exaggerate about this person, he claimed that this Dajjal, the false Messiah, he can cut a human being by two pieces, making two pieces or many pieces, and then he can command this dead man to walk when he is two pieces and connect together and come back to life. And here we need to ask the questions, which is very simple. You see, all those things in front of you in this hadith is speaking about what he can do. All this story here. You see, the Messiah will come in the white minaret in the east of Damascus, and etc., etc., and then he will land, and he will be landing in the hands of two angels, and the wings and two angels. Anyway, this is about the real Messiah. Then when the false Messiah come, Muhammad described him saying, let us see where it says that about cutting him by the sword. And this is about Gog and Magog too. Where it is. Let's do a little search. It should be here. Okay. Here we go. So look at this. At Dajjal, he would call the person brimming with youth and strike him with the sword and cut him into two pieces. And then he make those two pieces lie at distance, which is generally a huge distance, big distance, you know. And then after he spread this body of this young man, then he would call the dead young man, who became pieces now, to come forward, laughing with his face gleaming with happiness. And he would be at the very time with happiness, with very time that Allah would send Jesus, son of Mary. So here you ask yourself, if only Allah can resurrect people from death, how this person at Dajjal, he is cutting a human being in two pieces, making him standing, he is two pieces now, and he is in two different distance, two different locations, he's two pieces, and walk, which means walking over one leg, and he is so happy, and he connect him together. And he asked him to come, and the man, he would come, and he is happy. He's dead. He bring him back to life. Now we have two men. The one man became two living men. Two pieces. The man now is standing alive, and he is happy, smiling. So if we ask the Muslims, you know, this funny, stupid religion, they keep saying that Allah is the one who made Jesus resurrect people from death. It's a miracle. So people will believe in him. Is it Allah who make a Dajjal bring people from death? Isn't it the Quran says only Allah? Why Allah, he want people to believe in him? Any Muslim? Especially this man at Dajjal, he is claiming that this is his power. So people will believe because this is what they see. Why Allah giving him a hand? Do we have any Muhammadan? And then here we are talking about Gog and Magog. You will notice that Gog and Magog, they will happen after Dajjal, because Jesus will kill him, as you see in the front of us. So the Dajjal will come and he will do what he do, and then Jesus will meet him. He will meet him in the gate of Damascus, or Lud, sorry, and he will kill him. And then you will see after that, then the people whom Allah has protected would come to Jesus, son of Mary, and would wipe their faces, and they would inform them of their ranks in paradise. You have ranks in paradise, by the way. I mean, it's a sergeant, you know, a captain, lieutenant, you know, general, major, you know, whatever you name it. And whom Allah had protected and come to Jesus, son of Mary, and wipe their faces, okay? And then you will see here, Allah would reveal to Jesus these words. Okay, what words? What he will reveal to him. What the heck is that? Hey Muslims, what Allah will reveal to Jesus? What words? Any Muhammadan knows? I have brought forth from amongst my servant such people against whom none would be able to fight. No, we Christian, we cannot fight the Dajjal. Now we are with Isa, and Isa is saying, look, my followers, they cannot fight the Dajjal. They cannot fight, you know, the Gog and Magog. The Dajjal is killed now. Dajjal is dead. So the dead Dajjal is over, and now we have a bigger problem. Look, my people, they cannot fight. What is coming? What's coming? So take those people safely to tour an area. And then Allah would send Gog and Magog, and they would swarm down from every slope. Hold on. According to the stupid guy here in the video, Sheikh Omran, he said that Gog and Magog are happening now. And it started 25 years ago. I mean, those people, they claim to be sheikhs. Don't this guy, he knew that he's a prophet? He says that after you killed a Dajjal, then Gog and Magog will come. Let us continue about Gog and Magog. And Gog and Magog would swarm down from every slope. The first of them would pass the lake of Tabarayas. Look, all the stories happening in Damascus Gate, 16 miles away from Jaffa, and now we are in the lake of Tabaraya, brother. We are in the lake of Tabaraya. And those people, Gog and Magog, who they are not a human like us, absolutely, they drink a lot of water. And they will drink all the lake of Tabaraya. Until the lake will be totally dry. And then he says, and they will drink out of it. And then when the last of them pass, he would say, once there was water there. And then Jesus and his companion would then be signed or be besieged here at Tour. I don't accept that. Isa, brother, is going to be sieged, and the enemies of Isa will be surrounding Isa, and the land, brother, will be occupied by Gog and Magog. So what about Mecca? What happened? Do we have any Muhammadan? I mean, what happened to Mecca? Why does the Dajjal is focusing in Jerusalem, in Jaffa, in Al-Lud, in Damascus? What about, did he kill all the Muslims? Because this is mean he killed all the Muslims. The only one left is Isa and a few with him. Because it says not even one foot in this earth is not occupied by them. It says here in front of us, if you read, that he had to ox would be dearer to them than 100 dinar. And Allah apostle Jesus and his companion would supplicate to Allah, who would send to them insect, which would attack their necks. So you see, Jesus now is surrender. I mean, he's not surrender, he's surrounded. He's besieged. And there is no place in this earth not occupied by this person, Dajjal, which means Mecca itself, which is contradict different hadith, by the way. Muhammad, he claimed that when Gog and Magog, they attack the Muslims in Mecca, the Muslim, they will be able to use the arrow, because it's made from wood, and they light their fire from it for 7 years. 7 years, brother. You know? Yes, it's true. True story. uh, let me, I'm trying to remember a different hadith. Let us see which one. Yeah, there's a hadith I'm trying to remember, which is very funny about the arrows. Let me see if I can find it. Remember, we are talking about something will happen in the judgment day. So, in the judgment day, Gog and Magog, they are using arrows. There we go, I found the hadith, but I found it in Arabic. Let me find it in English. Let me see, this one I cannot be found in this place. Let us see this one. And again, Muhammad, as usual, he always stuck with certain numbers. So the Muslims, they are going to use the arrows. Here we go, we found it. Muslims will use the bows, arrows, and shield of Gog and Magog as firewood for 7 years. Guys, do you understand what this story is saying? Who understands? Somebody help me. Just to show you how stupid Muhammad is. Why we Arab Christian, we were dying laughing at Islam, even though the Muslims occupy our land, and they try to enforce Islam on us for 1400 years, but our people, they refuse it, they resist it as much as they can. Anyone notice with me how stupid Muhammad is in this statement? Who can help me? There's something very funny, very obvious. I know that the sound takes some time for you to arrive, but I'm sure you can see what I see. Who wanna help us? What is wrong with this story here? You see, I can take the shield or made it from wood, no problem. But the sword? The bows, the arrows, and the shield, the weapon of those people, all of it was made from wood. And when that will happen? In the day of judgment? I mean, we are in the time where people, they are threatening each other with nukes. We are in a time where a guy, his name is Elon Musk, his guy is he have a spaceship. He owns it privately, And Muhammad is talking about what? That in the judgment day, those who they are inhumane, who they will swarm the earth, and they are huge in number, they will attack the Muslims using arrows and shield, and the Muslim, they will use their arrow and their shield for 7 years. Makes sense. Isn't it, Muslims? Actually, there's different hadith says that the Gog and Magog are 10% of the population of mankind. Sorry, the population of mankind is 10% compared to them, which means they are 90%. So if this earth have a trillion, then 9 billions, and sorry, I'm not good in mathematics, is going to be 90% of the trillion is going to be Gog and Magog, and then 10% of the billion, whatever that is, trillion, sorry, is going to be, 100 billion is going to be a human being. Let me see if I can find the other hadith. Let us see. Yeah, maybe we cannot find it here. You know, not all the hadith are in English. Most of it is still untranslated. But we can find it in Arabic. Let me see here. Let me see if I can find this one. Because I want to show you that Gog and Magog, the reason they are too many, because they are so good in sex. They are like very, 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 very active. They are very hot. I cannot find this one. Let me find it in Arabic, and I will use Google translation. Give me a second. Okay, this is Quran. This is Tafsir al-Suyuti. The book name is Ad-Durr al-Manthur, volume number 9, page number 671, and I will give you the link. You can open it by using Google Translation. Just open the browser of Google, please. And here Muhammad is giving a description about Gog and Magog. And Muhammad, he says, here he's describing the percentage between angels and genie. But this is not our topic for now. Let us see where's Gog and Magog. Here we go. Gog and Magog, they have rivers, and rivers of a pleasure, I don't know what it is exactly. And women, they can have sex with women as they wish, non-stop, and trees and etc. And when a man of them he died, he leave 1,000 sons and more, at least. Another hadith, it says, Gog and Magog, they are two nations. How smart, Gog and Magog. Muslims discovered that they are two nations. Each nation have 400,000 nations. And each nation of those 400,000 nations don't look like the other one. And when one of them he die, he will have behind at least 1,000 child. 1,000. And then they go and they describe how Gog and Magog they look like. I will try to find a picture to tell you how they look like. Did you watch? Hold on, I just got an idea. I got a better idea to show you how they look like. And you know, if a Muslim is saying I'm lying, well, feel free, you know, I can prove what I'm saying. I have the hadith in front of me on the screen. So according to the Muhammadan, the people of Gog and Magog, they look like a cedar tree with a lot of branches. But this is one nation of them look like that, not all of them. Like, you know, in the movie The Lord of the Ring, you know, those trees who move and talk, and you know, if you remember. So according to Muhammadans, those trees, those are Gog and Magog. They are one nation of the nation of Gog and Magog. Let me post the link for you so you can open Google Translation from your side. And if you don't mind, please save the reference so later if you do need it, you will not ask me, can you find it, you know? The link in front of you. Open it in Google Translation, and I challenge any Muslim to say, I am lying. Now let us continue. And here it says, so there are 400 nations. Each one of them don't look like the other one. And when one of them he died, he will have, look here, the number changed. The hadith before it, it says 1,000. When one of them he died, he will look in the eyes of 100 of his kids. It was 1,000 just a second ago. Another hadith. The creation of Gog and Magog, which means their look, there are three kinds. Remember, the hadith before it says there are two nations. Now there are three kinds. First one, they are like the cedar tree. Another one, they are 4 arms tall. 4 arms tall. Another one, and they are 4 arms wide. They are 4 arms tall, and they are 4 arms tall, wide. And then when they sleep inside their ear. Their ear is so big. So they sleep inside they put their ear underneath of them because it's so big, and they cover themselves with the other ear. This one is something here. Hey, Muslims, what they eat? What those Gog and Magog they eat? Anybody can help us? Let me use Google Translation. Did you guys open? Did you open it with Google? Let us use Google Translation. So those who they are saying maybe he is not telling the truth, as you see, this is a very Islamic website, Islamic library. This is the name of the book, Ad-Durr al-Manthur, Al-Imam al-Suyuti, and this is his full name. Volume number 9, page number 671. For sure, when you scroll down, the pages are changing, you know, because this is just, like as you see here, it says page number 672. Just take a note. So this is the internet, remember, this is not a book like we flip pages. You just scroll down and then you go to different pages. So here you see Muhammad is describing how Allah, he created the mankind and the genie, and how he you know, he divided them. He divided them by percentage, like what the percentage of genie compared to angels, etc. You know. And then he continued down, and they start talking about Gog and Magog. And Gog and Magog, they are people, you know, they are, here it says, Gog and Magog are more than humans twice, which means in number, here it says. It doesn't say really, it doesn't mean really like more than a human. It's just about percentage, how Gog and Magog. Let us go down here, hold on. Yeah. So according to this statement here, in page number 672, where you see it in the, if you go here, you will see 672. If you're opening the page from your side, you go down a little bit, you will see that according to this story here, Gog and Magog are twice more than us. So if we are now 8 billion human beings, Gog and Magog, they are 16, sorry. You know, I'm stuck with the 7 billions. So we are 16, they are 16 billion. Yet we cannot see one of them. And genie are the same. Genie are way more than a human too. So we are the lowest between all. And then Gog and Magog, the origin of them is 2 men. One of them is Gog, and the other one is Magog. All right? There are 2 men here, what God says here. And that Gog and Magog are 2 men. Their name is Gog and Magog. And then their children, they become the people of Gog and the people of Magog. Simple. Beach. And then they continue here talking about Gog and Magog. I mean, the stories go really wild with the imagination. Let us see. Yeah, if you go down to page number 673 here, they are speaking about how good they are in sex. They have rivers and etc. and they sleep with women as much they wish. Translation here is kind of funny. So they if women as much they wish, which means there's no limit for them. And they fertilize, their penis non-stop, and as they wish. And when they die, each one of them he will leave 1,000 of his offspring, as you see. And then more reference. But let us go to how they look like. If you go to page number 674, it says their body is like rice. The word in Arabic is arz. Arz here means cedar tree, not arz. You see in Arabic there's arz and aroz, which mean rice. So this is the Google mistake. So their body is like the cedar tree. They are so tall, and they have 4 cubits long. This is the other kind, actually. This is not the same people. Another kind have 4. They are, which means one kind they are like the cedar trees. Other kind they are 4 cubits long and 4 cubits wide, and they spread their ears and warp themselves around other. As I told you, the translation is wrong. They lay down in one ear, because their ear is so big, huge, so they make it like a sheet or a bed. They lay down in their ear, and then they cover themselves as a blanket with the other ear, which makes sense. All right. Here they are saying they eat something about their women. I did not really get it what they meant by masha'im or nisa'ihim. I'm not sure really what they meant. So they eat something of their women. I don't know what that word meant by that in Arabic. They eat something of their women. I don't know. They're what they eat exactly, I'm not sure. I need to check what Mumo he meant by that. And then they continue here. If you go down, it says, and there is let's see. Here they are translating that they are eating the appendages of their women. Adam, okay, hold on. Let us see what he says. Yeah, here they are talking about the percentages. Continue more. Gog and Magog, they are 22 tribes. And here you see the name of the Turkish will appear. Gog and Magog, they are 22 tribes. Dhul-Qarnayn, let's see here. Yeah, Dhul-Qarnayn, he built a dam between 21 tribes. Like the one is behind the dam is 21 tribe out of the 22. Remember I told you that the Muslim, they believe that Gog and the Turkish are Gog and Magog. You remember? Here, it's in front of us. So he built a dam when he put behind the dam between us and them 21 tribes of Gog and Magog, and one of them was the invader, and they are the Turks. You know, let me take a look at Erdogan. I think he looked like Gog and Magog. I mean, he's evil, yes, but according to the stupid religion of Islam, the Turkish is, the Gog and Magog are 21 tribe, 22 tribe, 21 of them is behind the dam, and one of them left, like they were maybe in vacation when Dhul-Qarnayn, he built the dam, and those are the Turkish. You know, if I am the one who's saying that, you will say he's making things up, but as you see, I gave you the reference, I gave you the Muslim website, I gave you one of their biggest scholars. This is As-Suyuti. This is not a joke. This is not a joke. And this guy As-Suyuti is not getting it from his pocket too. He is getting it from the biggest scholars, you know. So those are the big deal books. And you know, look, Gog and Magog, look, Turkey, Gog and Magog, evil. They keep attacking their neighbors. So the Muslim, they look at the Turkish and they say, oh, those people, they invade everybody. You know, they are the Gog and Magog. They must be Gog and Magog. But this is, you know, and this is, books are printed now. You see, the Muslims, they are printing those books now. Even Erdogan, he claimed to be a Muslim, and he is going to be the caliphate. But according to their books, Erdogan is from Gog and Magog, and he is evil. And they are one of the tribes of Gog and Magog. If we continue, let us continue. Shall we? Guys, are you enjoying the story? Are we enjoying the story? Do you like it? Or you guys want to go to sleep? Okay. So there are 22 tribes of Gog and Magog. Dhul-Qarnayn, he put them behind the dam. Translation is not accurate, but I'm helping you. And one of them was an invader with the other Turk. All right? And here you see the reference. Everything we are showing you is in front of you. And then he says, Ali ibn Abi Talib, this is the cousin of Muhammad, who became a caliphate, was asked about the Turk. He said, they are car with no origin. What the heck is that? Hold on. Translation here is funny. You know, Google translation, what you expect. Yeah, you see the translation here, it says car. It's in Arabic, it means sayyara, which means they don't, they are like gypsy, you know, they don't stay in one place. So they are gypsy, they keep moving from place to place. That's why it says here car. And they have no origin. You know, in Arabic, if you say to somebody, you have no origin, That's the biggest insult ever. You know, this is a big insult to say to him, ليس له أصل. You know, this is a big insult. In Arabic it says, ليس لهم أصل هم سيارة ليس لهم أصل هم من يأجوج ومأجوج ولكنهم خرجوا يغيرون على الناس. So they are from Gog and Magog, and they went out from the other tribes so they can invade others. And then when Zulqarnain he came and he built a dam, they could not come back to their other tribes to join them. All right. So when they went out for a ride, as you see here, so Zulqarnain he built a dam. There's one tribe only left was Erdogan people, and that's why they are out. When they tried to come back, they could not get in because already Zulqarnain he built a dam between them and their other people. You see it? Here it says corrupted. This is false translation. It says fasad. Fasad bainahum, which means he made a dam between them. So the translation coming as corrupt. Each time you see the word corrupt here in this page, it is the word the dam, like the dam separate between them. So the dam separate between them and their people, so they could not go back to their land. And each time you see the word car, it's mean like to travel or to go to move, you know. So they went moving in the land because simply now they cannot go back to their family. That's it. Zulqarnain he built a dam. Damn you, says Zulqarnain. How many of you did save this website and this reference? Let us be honest. How many of you really did save the reference we are sharing with you? You see, I'm spending my time with you. Sitting on a chair, doing all this work. My back hurt, my knee would hurt, sitting for many hours. I can't go and bring some tea, coffee for myself, for one reason, so you can learn and you can educate yourself. Even though you do not speak the language, doesn't matter really. Still, we are giving you the reference. You can download the video anytime you want to study it again. Maybe one day you want to make a book. Maybe one day you are making your own study. Maybe you are making a study in school. Maybe your son needs to make a study. Always knowledge, my friend, is power. Knowledge will change a human being. A human being don't change knowledge. So the more knowledge you have, the more you can resist evil, deception, scams, and people fooling you. You know, a person can fool me only if I'm ignorant. So you might think you don't need it. You never know. Your kids go out to school, they meet with Muslims, they lie to them, and you know what Muslims do? They do what they do. They are professional in lying to your kids. And then your son or your daughter come back home, says, hey, father, I want to become a Muslim. The same as what happened in the other day, if you remember, a Muslim, a Christian guy, he brought me his daughter, you know. She is speaking online for with a bunch of kids. They are older than her, not kids, way older than her, in Pakistan. And they convince her that Islam is a great religion. And this girl, obviously, she have an issue in her brain, you know. She can't sit in the chair. You know, he opened the camera because I can't see them. She can't sit in the chair. She don't want to listen. She don't care. And, so it was a very hard time for me, really, to bring her back to her mind. Because for her, it's just fun, you know. And then they ask a Afghani family to come to their house, and they invite the girl to go to their house, and she eat there. They want her to sleep there, and they have their son. So, I mean, they try to steal your daughter from you, your son from you, and that will happen only when the family and the parents are a bunch of ignorant. If you take care of your kids, if you speak to them, they are talking to who? Speaking to who? Who's speaking to them? This is why those apps, in the phones are very dangerous, especially if the one who people are talking to is ignorant, a teenage. You don't know what your kids do with the phone. You don't know who is talking to them. You do not know what they are going to go through. So one of you, he just give his phone, his son or his daughter a phone. He's just being stupid. First time I have a cell phone, I was in the age of 30, not 3 years old. Why a kid, he need a phone? And if you need to give him a phone to call you for emergency, you can unlock it, you can make it, he cannot download anything. Those apps, TikTok, etc., this is garbage. Even YouTube is dangerous. If I go right now and search in YouTube, you will find 6 movies. Just type, search. So you need to be careful what what we are sharing with you now. You should teach your children. Let them sit with you and show them how Allah funny, how stupid is religion. So when they sit with the Muhammad and he cannot lie to them, then you already stupid. Flying carpet, Gog and Magog, there's a dam. And the dam, if we go to the Quran, let us take a break from that page we are reading. If we go to the Quran, you will see that this dam, Zulqarnain, he built it from iron. We are talking about a dam supposedly built in the time of Alexander the Great. And this dam is built from iron. How this dam is going to stop those Gog and Magog until the day of judgment? Few years, the dam will collapse. Especially he made it of iron and he did not paint it.